Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we unpack the weird, hilarious, and sometimes troubling ways we relate to ourselves and the world. Well, today's topic, self-deprecating memes. You know, the ones like me trying to solve all my problems by taking a nap, or why am I broke? Oh, right, because I'm dumb. They make us laugh and we share them with friends, and for a brief moment, it feels like, wow, somebody gets me. Somebody finally gets me. But here's a question. Are these memes actually hurting our self-esteem? Let's talk about why self-deprecating humor is so relatable, why it's so funny, and when it starts to cross the line. Well, let's start with the obvious. Self-deprecating memes are funny because they're relatable. Who hasn't looked at a meme and thought, oh my god, this is me? They create this sense of connection, like, wow, I'm not alone in being a complete disaster. Well, this kind of humor works because it's vulnerable. It points out the flaws we all have, but are usually too afraid to admit. When we laugh at ourselves, it feels like we are taking the pressure off. So, why is this type of humor so appealing? Psychologically, self deprecating humor can be a coping mechanism. It's a way to take control of the narrative. If I make fun of myself first, no one else can. It can also be a tool for connection. Admitting our flaws makes us more relatable and likable. On top of that, humor releases dopamine. It's a reward. So every time we laugh at a self deprecating meme, our brain goes, hey, that feels good. Let's do that again. But here's where it gets tricky. Over time, our brains don't always recognize that the joke is, well, a joke. We start to take it really seriously. The problem with self deprecating humor is that it's a double edged sword. While it feels harmless and funny, constant exposure to these jokes can slowly chip away at your self esteem. So, when you repeatedly joke about being lazy, broke, or unattractive, your brain starts to internalize it. It's like telling yourself the same story over and over until it feels true, even if it started as a joke. Self deprecating memes normalize being overly critical of ourselves. The more we laugh at our perceived flaws, the more it becomes second nature to focus on them, even outside of the joke. Sometimes self deprecating humor is a mask for deeper insecurities or struggles. So, laughing about it feels safer than addressing the issue. But when we avoid the root problem, it can lead to feelings of helplessness or even reinforce bad habits. Sometimes we feel a way about ourselves and we think that by joking about it, it kind of makes it okay. Like you deep inside you think this way about you, and by saying it out loud, you take away some power of it. Like, yeah, I'm lazy and I'm a piece of shit and it's funny. So you kind of feel bad about being a piece of shit, but you own it. You made it your own thing, and it's just a way to mask your own insecurities. It's a way to say them out loud and take kind of the power away from them and reclaim them as your own, but it's not always the answer. It could be the answer for the moment. It could be the answer to release like social tension when you're in a new group, or to kind of take the the strength of it. So for example, yeah, I'm lazy and I'm a piece of shit and it's funny and you can make it a funny way and you can make it a quirk about your personality, but at the end of the day, you start to internalize that. You start to believe it. And you're telling you every day, I'm a piece of crap, I'm worthless and I'm lazy, and you are that. You are reinforcing that behavior. Like you're gonna wake up tomorrow and say, well, I'm lazy, so that's who I am. It kind of reinforce the behavior that you actually don't want. Like this is, remember, this is an insecurity. This is something that you're not proud of it, and maybe you will want to change it. You want to change it, but you feel it's out of your power to do so. So by repeating yourself this same speech over and over, you are reinforcing that behavior. Like that thing that you don't like, that you would like to change, that you're insecure about, you think that you're claiming it, but you're actually not claiming it. You're just reinforcing that thing that's gonna keep making you feel bad. You're still gonna blame yourself for feeling the same way. You're gonna keep acting the same way, and you're gonna keep joking that you're trash, and then you're just gonna feel like trash the rest of your life, and that's no benefit for you at the end of the day. Because laughing about it feels safer than just addressing it. But when we're avoiding the root of the problem, we just become more helpless, and it reinforces our bad habits. I'm not saying we should stop laughing at ourselves entirely. Humor is healthy. It's a way to release tension and connect with others. But but we need to know how to strike a balance. Self-deprecating humor also has become a way to connect with each other. You know, you say you're a certain way, then your friend comes with even worse, and then it just becomes this battle of who's worst and whose life is falling all apart. And you can connect with others this way. It feels vulnerable and it feels fun and it feels like you can connect with other people. And sometimes even friendships can become basically just that. It's just a circle of negativity. You're just saying how trash you are, how trash they are, and this is just become a pool fest of weird trash, and we're never gonna accomplish anything. And it's nice to feel connected to someone. It's nice to be able, like in today's world, we're not so vulnerable with each other. We're always on the fence, and when you finally connect with someone, it feels like home. Also, if that's the kind of talk that you had on your childhood, or that's the kind of self-talk you've always have with yourself, like you talk back to you, you talk bad about you say I'm not worth it, I'm trash, or like you are kind of familiar with these comments about yourself, and saying it out loud, you are kind of falling into that familiar pattern. It's like you're proving yourself, yeah, I'm not worth it, and also you can fall easily to these patterns of negative self-talk because that's what you have experienced in the past. So in a way, you are owning the narrative. In a way, you are connecting with others. Also, you are reinforcing the ideas or the negative ideas that you had about yourself. And it feels familiar and it feels nice to prove your own biases against yourself. So it's something you were repeated as a child and you repeated the same thing as an adult. You're worthless, you're not good at this, you suck at it. So you're also attracting familiar patterns from your past. You're also reinforcing your own biases and the own negative ideas and self-talk that you experience before. And then you come and with your friendships, if usually we tend to connect or attract people with the same backgrounds or same things, and then this is just like a connection where you are feeding your own negativity and your own your own bias against yourself and the things that you think are negative about yourself, and also your friendships are doing the same. And at the end of the day, you think you're owning the narrative, but you're just dumping on yourself. You're chipping away at your self-worth, both of you. So it's not something that at the end of the day it's gonna make you more secure. or more stable person. It's just you're gonna be the same neurotic and nervous person and insecure, even more insecure. Like you grab these negative experiences from your life, and this is just a script. Oh my God, this day sucked. I embarrass myself in front of all these people, and this is like a snowball effect. Like you're just gonna, this is new material, new script for your own tragic comedy of how shitty your life is. You find it funny, you find it interesting, and you find it like if you watch it in a sitcom, it would be funny, but your life is actually not a sitcom. But again, here's how we can strike a balance. So pay attention to how often you're engaging in self-deprecating humor. Catch yourself in the moment. It's really hard to do so, but try to be self-aware of when you're making self-talk. Make a pause to think about it because you could really be surprised about how negative is your self-talk. Like just sit with it and just have a mental count or just make a count of how many awful things that sound funny in the moment you say about yourself. And at the end of the day, you can be really shocked with how you talk to yourself. It's just negative and negative and negative. It's just, you're just chipping away at yourself. And you can really see actually how you're treating yourself. If every other meme or joke you share is about how terrible you are, ask yourself, am I reinforcing negative beliefs about myself? Because you definitely are. So, mixing humor that's uplifting or self empowering. For example, instead of joking about how you'll never get it together, laugh about the journey of trying. It's not the destination, is the journey. You can laugh about how crappy the journey is or what things about it are funny, but not about yourself and your power to actually make it. You know? Let's say right now you have a really crappy apartment, you have a really small apartment, and it's crappy everywhere, and your lights shut off, and your floor is coming off, and you're just feel the irony of the situation, and you say, in the future, I will be in a better place, right? That I am right now, and I'm gonna look back at this moment, and it's a funny moment. It's a funny memory of how I experienced the process. You have the first car, and your first car it's extremely crappy, and it's always staying behind. It doesn't work. The AC is not working, or even taking the bus. You're too poor to even own a crappy car, so you need to take the bus and meeting weird people in the bus, or just, having to run after the bus when they leave you. And instead of saying, I'm a mess, I will never get it together, it's just, this is part of the journey. Someday, I want myself to be somewhere else. Today, I'm here, and it's fun. This is a fun memory that maybe right now I don't perceive it as fun, but it will be in the future. It will be an interesting story about yourself. So, as I say, enjoy the journey and make fun of the journey, not yourself or your capabilities. So, ask yourself, how do I feel after engaging with self-deprecating humor? Think about it deeply. Does it make me laugh and move on, or does it leave me feeling stuck or worse about myself? Yes, of course, it makes you laugh, but there's something deep inside you. You're just confirming something about yourself. You're saying, "Yeah, I am this. Yeah, I am a mess. Yes, I will always be this way." So really sit with the feelings and analyze if it's actually just a funny joke or some deeper issue you have with yourself. Look, humor doesn't have to come at the expense of your self esteem. Instead of tearing yourself down. Use humor to acknowledge your struggles while celebrating your resilience. I might have no idea what I'm talking about, but like you can share a meme saying me failing at life, but at least I'm cute doing it. You acknowledge that there's certain areas in your life that are not as you wish they were, but at least you look good doing it. So yeah, you are recognizing the struggle, but also you're giving yourself something. You know, it's not like I am trash, haha. It's like I am failing miserably at this, but I know I can do this, or I at least I have the confidence while I do it. I might not know what I'm talking about, but I sure as hell look secure about it. Like chip away at your problem or what you're struggling about, but not yourself. It's kind of saying like I have a problem, but I'm not the problem. You know, you can recognize you're going through something and you can recognize that, yeah, things are not going your way or you're not doing it as you wish you could, but it's not a personal issue. It's not you. Well, okay, yes, it's you, but you're not you are not the problem. It's a problem that you're experiencing. So don't internalize it and don't make it your own. Like I am the problem and I'm never going to resolve it. Is I have a problem, but I know I have the skills and the strength to get over it. I'm not dumb. I'm just ignorant. I don't know. Like I don't have the knowledge yet because I haven't even tried to acquire it, or I tried to acquire it and it's really difficult, but it's not over my limitations. Like I could do it if I tried hard enough. Yeah, self-deprecating humor is a tool. It can lighten the load and bring people together. And it it actually helps us feel seen. But like any tool, it's about how you use it. If you catch yourself overindulging in jokes that put you down, take a step back and ask, am I laughing with myself or at myself? Yeah, mostly at ourselves, but we shouldn't. So, humor is one of the best ways to deal with life challenges, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your self worth. Laugh, enjoy those memes, but don't forget to lift yourself up too. You're more than just a punchline. You're a whole story worth celebrating. You are a whole human with, yes, of course, flaws, but those flaws doesn't define who you are. They don't take away your worth. So give yourself a break. Laugh about the funny parts, laugh about the struggles, but don't make yourself the struggle. Thanks for spending time with me today. If this video made you smile, laugh, or think, give it a like and share it with someone who loves self-deprecating memes as much as you do. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on psychology, humor, and how to thrive in this messy world. Till next time, take care. See ya. Bye.